Traffic was blocked for nearly 2 hours near Monterey and Bailey Roads yesterday in South San Jose. Police say a man shot another driver in a separate car, sending the man to the hospital. Only one arrest was made: former UFC champion Cain Velasquez.
Cain Ramirez Velasquez, born July 28, 1982, is an American professional wrestler and mixed martial artist. He's widely known for his time in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where he competed in the heavyweight division and became a two-time heavyweight champion. 2019, Velasquez retired from MMA. That same year, Velasquez embarked on a professional wrestling career, firstly working for Mexican lucha libre promotion Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide, before moving to the American WWE promotion. In April 2020, he was released from his WWE contract due to budget cuts resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Former UFC heavyweight champ Cain Velasquez is facing attempted murder charges.
In March 2022, he was charged with attempted murder and additional gun assault charges after engaging in a car chase and allegedly shooting at a man who was allegedly to have molested Velasquez's 4-year-old son, missing the man and hitting the man's father instead. In March 2025, Velasquez was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 4 years of unsupervised probation.
5 years in prison. That's the sentencing for former UFC star Cain Velasquez.
On February 28, 2022, Velasquez allegedly shot at a man in Santa Clara County, California, and hit an unintended victim. The man whom Velasquez allegedly intended to shoot, Harry Goularte Jr., had been arrested prior to the shooting for allegedly committing child abuse on Velasquez's son at a daycare owned by Goularte's family, and was later released from custody on a personal recognizance bond. An armed Velasquez allegedly chased after a vehicle that contained Goularte Jr., his stepfather, and mother. Velasquez was accused of ramming the vehicle with his own vehicle before pulling out his firearm, shooting at the man through the window and missing, instead hitting the man's stepfather, causing non-life-threatening injuries. Velasquez was later arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Jail on an attempted first-degree murder charge. In court on March 2nd, Velasquez was formally charged with 1 count of attempted first-degree murder, as well as several additional charges, including 1 count of shooting at a motor vehicle, 3 counts of assault with a firearm, 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of willfully discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and 1 count of carrying a loaded firearm with intent to commit a felony. On March 7th, Velasquez was denied bail after the judge determined the risk is too great for Velasquez to potentially cause more issues to the public. Velasquez's lawyer, Mark Garagos, presented 37 letters of support for Velasquez from people such as Dana White, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Fabricio Verdum, Kelvin Gastelum, Henry Cejudo, Daniel Cormier, Kung Lee, Islam Makhachev, and Scott Coker. On April 12, 2022, the judge granted continuance until May 6th for a plea hearing. In the May 6th plea hearing, the second continuance was granted, pushing the hearing back to June 10th. On May 16th, Velasquez was denied bail a second time, with the judge citing his regardless disregard of human life and reckless behavior. At the June 10th plea hearing, a third continuance was requested by both parties due to discovery issues, and after being accepted by the prosecutor, the hearing was rescheduled for June 30th. On July 20th, Velasquez's attorney filed a petition in the 6th District Court of Appeal, asking him to be immediately released on bond or expedited hearing in the Superior Court. In the August 5th motion hearing, Velasquez pleaded not guilty to all charges. He was then scheduled to appear at a pretrial hearing on September 26th. After being incarcerated for 8 months, Velasquez was granted a $1 million bail on November 8th. His bail was posted and Velasquez was released from custody the next day. As per the condition of the bail, Velasquez was placed under house arrest until the conclusion of the trial. On November 22nd, Velasquez was granted permission from the court to travel to Tempe, Arizona, to partake in a Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide professional wrestling event. Per the court, Velasquez was allowed to be without his ankle monitoring device while performing in-ring, but he was to be monitored by police throughout the course of his travel. On December 3rd, Velasquez participated in the Tempe Champy event, winning his return match. The trial date was set for September 9th, 2024 in Santa Clara County, California. On August 16th, Velasquez pleaded no contest to all charges. Velasquez's sentencing hearing was then scheduled for October 18th, 2024. A motions hearing for Velasquez is scheduled for 2025 of January, and his sentencing and probation hearing was set for March 24th, 2025. At the March 24th sentencing hearing, Velasquez was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
5 years. That was the sentence handed down today to former MMA champion Cain Velasquez.
And 4 years of unsupervised probation. This would mean Cain is set to be released on February 28th, 2027. However, there is a fine little caveat that many people do not know. You get credited for time served in good behavior day for day. So we could potentially see Cain Velasquez. We could see Cain Velasquez back in action as soon as December 22nd of this year. Unbelievable. So we're going to have Cain back, and he's going to make his title run again to be UFC heavyweight champion in the world. You got to remember, this guy was once called the baddest man on the planet by Joe Rogan.
Okay. Cain Velasquez, in my humble opinion, when I look at all of the different heavyweights that I've personally seen fight, Cain stands out as the best.
The first time Joe ever used that term was for Cain Velasquez. Could you imagine being like in a prison cell with this guy? He'd be like, hey, anything you need, Cain, fine, that's no problem. You need some candy? You need some of my commissary? Anything you want, brother. Ain't nobody playing around with no Cain Velasquez in no jail. So the guy will be just fine. He'll be doing good. He ain't gonna get butt graped by anybody. That's for sure. As a matter of fact, because of the nature of Cain's charges, he'll be treated like royalty in that prison. He's going to be treated like King Louis XX of Lancelot. So without further ado, I would like to thank you for tuning into this yet again another video. May Allah bless you. May Jesus save you. May Buddha give you all the information you're looking for. May the Hindu God keep you from turning blue like he did. And in the Lord's name we pray. Das Vidanya. That being said, I cannot express to you how much disdain I have for this Goularte fella, and I am really glad that Cain did what he did, and more people. The only thing that Cain did wrong was he missed.